Good day, fellow crafters. Welcome back to the Forget Me Not Card Company YouTube channel. I'm Tamara, the Card Creator, and today we're crafting this winter-themed gift card money holder using some new dies from Pixi Dust Designs' November release. So grab your supplies and let's dive into this delightful card-making adventure. This die set is from the Pixi Dust November 2024 set. It has some adorable ideas and creations that you can make for perfect stocking stuffers. Today, we're going to make this money holder. And I start by using 3 different shades of my Distress Oxide sprays. These have a beautiful shimmer due to the mica that's inside of them. Now remember, whenever you use the mica sprays, make sure you shake side to side versus up and down so that the nozzle does not get clogged. I personally don't like the mica coming off of my hands, and I'm sure my recipients don't either. So I always use a matte finishing spray or a fixative. That way, I'm good to go. I ended up doing 3 different sheets on my hammermill cardstock, although you only see 2 in the camera. I cut my first 2 out, of which one will become the back. I love the shimmer and shine that mica spray gives to this. To add a little bit of texture and dimension, I have this gorgeous snowflake embossing folder. I decide to run one of my elements through that and then glue it to the other. That way my front and back have a complete design. After adhering those 2 pieces together, I set it aside to dry. And now I want to work on my little holder part. And I'm trying to figure this out, like where does this go? What does this look like? So I find perfect placement, run it through my die cut, yet I notice that it kind of flattened out my embossing. And I really wanted my embossing, those little snowflakes, to pop. So I ran it back through. Now on to my little mittens. These mittens are so cute. I totally can make a card just using the mittens. I decided to use this almost like a purple-blue color just because I knew that it would look great with my mica sprays. And I cut little snowflakes out using a glitter cardstock that I had on hand. For my accent pieces, I decided just a plain white would be perfect. It takes just a moment to put the accent pieces on. However, I love this little touch that Pixi Dust Designs thought of. I feel like it totally makes these little mittens so adorable. Imagine all the little different color combinations that you could do with this. These pieces are so easy to line up. When you use Pixi Dust Designs dies, it leaves little marks so you know right where to line up your pieces. So there's no guessing involved. I don't know about you, but I'm all about simplicity when I'm crafting. After I had all my little pieces for my mittens glued together, I noticed that my cuff on the top of the mitten, the little lines weren't very pronounced, and I kind of wanted them to stick out just a little bit more. So I happened to have a navy jelly roll pen, and I decided to accent those little lines just a little bit, just so that you can actually see them. And the color matched perfectly. I'm so glad I did this little step initially. Once I was done with that, I realized that I had some little fibers that might make the top of those mittens even more special. So I grabbed my fibers, grabbed some Barely Arts glue, and adhered it together. This was the first time I had used these fibers, and it did create quite a mess. However, I am sure that you will agree, it brought these mittens to life. On to my sentiment. on the third piece of the cardstock that I had sprayed. And again, you did not see that in the first part of the video, but that is where I did my sentiment and cut that out. And look at that sparkle. That is amazing. I love how this is coming together. My mittens should almost be dry, and I decide to cut off a little bit just to kind of shape those fibers around, just so it looks a little more defined and not so crazy. When doing this, I decided I wanted to add a little bit more liquid glue. So I did so off camera and added my reverse tweezers just to make sure those were good and secure. Onto the little ribbon that hooks them together. And again, I use reverse tweezers to hold everything together. I put quite a bit of Barely Arts liquid glue on the back, just because there is quite a bit of dimension here, and I want to make sure that they adhere very well. The last little piece. Put my money in for my little stocking stuffer. How great is this idea for a cute little stocking stuffer? Too cute. If this video inspired you, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe for more creative tips, design inspiration, and fun projects. Don't forget to click on the bell icon so you'll always be the first to be notified when new content drops. Thanks so much for crafting with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.